Hello, what is going on, my friend? This is Kryptoni, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about strategies. We're going to be covering what's been going on and a few other things that I think you're going to find of particular importance and enjoyment. Now, before we get going, I want to first of all apologize for not making a video for a little while. Man, so much has been going on, so much has been happening, not just in the world, but also specifically in the crypto community. All right, as I'm recording this, today is the 27th of January 2018, and over the past month, crypto has been in a what we call a bear market, which means it's been down for the most part. There haven't been any significant surges up or down. It's been pretty stagnant for the most part. It's been kind of wiggling between certain values and not much really going on. Today, we've had a little bit of an uptick, and hopefully we're establishing a new higher level here, because we've been going between, on the low end, as low as 10,500, low 10,000s, mid 10,500, all the way up to 11.5, and on occasionally a good day, maybe up to 12,000. For pretty much most of the month of January, we've had high highs over here up to, we almost touched 17,000 back around the middle of the month, and for the most part, it's been, actually we got up to 14, but lately it's been sticking here in the 10 to 11, maybe as much as 12,000, almost up to 13,000 range. So not a whole heck of a lot has been going on over the past month or so. Actually, you know what, here, this is all of January, so it's kind of been going down. We hope that it starts to pick back up, and we believe that it should. And as Bitcoin goes, so do all of the rest of the cryptocurrencies for the most part, especially the big ones, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and even Ethereum. Ethereum has been keeping its value in a relative sense compared to the others. In fact, even going up a little bit here. So Ethereum has been maintaining its value and going up relative to the others. But even then, it's gotten down to as low as upper 900s. And right now, it's at 1,091. Maybe $1,092. Okay, so that's what's been going on. In addition to that, we've had some fun with the HYIPs, also known as high yield interest platforms. We had one, our most famous one is pretty much gone, and that is BitConnect. It hurts me to even say that name at this point. And if you've been keeping up, if you had any money invested in that platform, as I did, as so many people did, what they did was they just got cease and desist letters from Texas and North Carolina. They were pretty much attacked by hackers, which launched a DDoS campaign against them, which locked a lot of people out from even getting on the site. And then finally, they just put their hands up and their butts in the air. And on the 16th of January, they closed down their lending platform and their exchange for a couple of days, and then basically released people's capital in the form of BitConnect coin at $363 per BitConnect coin, which was more than what it was worth when it dropped. And because they released everyone's cryptocurrency on the market all at once, it pretty much crashed the market and drove the price of each one way down. So at this point, we still do have a bit of an asset there, but it's worth pennies. Okay, so BitConnect is done. All right. Whether or not this represents what's going to happen or continue to happen with other HYIPs, we just don't know. But at this point, the objective and the idea is, as many people, including myself, understand it, is you can still make money. Definitely can still make money. There's great opportunities out there at this point. The smart thing to do is just, number one, keep your eyes wide open. Number two, keep your emotions out of the game, because when you get emotionally invested in something, we can tend to make errors in judgment. And that is pretty much a universal thing with part of being a human. Okay, so we've got to use our logic and our sense. We've got to do our research. We've got to see what's going on. We've got to know what's going on in the crypto community and in the world, because as markets go up and down, they are influenced by world events, by markets, by economies, by all sorts of things. So we've got to be very smart with what we do. And finally, number three, we've got to also recognize that, you know, in the investing game, we've always got to be prepared to only invest that which we are prepared to lose, because at any given time, anything can happen. We just don't know. But in the meantime, it goes to show that it's a smart thing to use some of the money that you make or some of the money that you have to invest and get started and do something. Because if you don't invest at all, you're just going to keep on living a life of just getting by to pay the bills. You're never going to have any significant assets. You're only going to be just spending money on worthless crap, wasting your time on things that don't bring back any return. So two things we always want to invest in, that we have to invest in life, and that is time, our most significant finite resource. And the other one is money, of course. Most people work a job and they trade their time for money. So when we think about investing, we always want to think about what our returns are going to be. How can we leverage our time and or our money in order to get a return of the same? Okay? Also, the 4 words we always want to use are buy low and sell high. Now, having said all that, let me introduce you to one more time, or if you haven't been introduced to this platform before, if you have been introduced to this platform, let me show you a great platform that I and many other people have been investing in, that's called DavorCoin. And this is another high yield interest platform. Hopefully this will be around a lot longer. We just don't know how long it's going to last, but right now it is working extremely well. And they are making improvements on the site as we go. They are also doing things to instill more confidence in people who lend on here. So the idea is that you acquire Bitcoin, you buy Bitcoin or mine for it or sell something and get Bitcoin, however you need to do it. Then you take that Bitcoin and you transfer it, you send it over to this platform, DavorCoin, and then you use that to invest in the cryptocurrency of the DAV, which is DavorCoin. Okay, it's another form of cryptocurrency. So think dollars, Bitcoin, and then DavorCoin. So when you acquire that, and this value here of DavorCoin does fluctuate. It right now is at obviously $47.47. It goes up and down. As you can see, it's been on a slow decline lately. And for the most part, Bitcoin has as well. So this DavorCoin mimics to a large degree what's going on with Bitcoin. All right. But the value fluctuates every day, and that's where opportunity and money is able to be made, on the fluctuation in the volatility. So as you can see, before it had gone up to over $100 and it's slowly come down. We had a crash right here. It came right back up and it's been going down. But that doesn't matter, because when you transfer money in or you transfer Bitcoin over, you can instantly buy the DavorCoin and at the value that you brought it over. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is this is what happens here is every day you get paid interest based on the money or the cryptocurrency that you lend in here. And this is paid out in the dollar equivalent. So as you can see, these are the loans that I've made, and the green represents the interest that I've been paid so far. So the first loan that I lend was for the amount of $1,015.20, and so far that was made on, by the way, on the 30th of December, and again today's the 27th of January. So I've already been paid $370 in interest. So right around $1,000, and I've already made 37% within this month, and the month is not even over yet. I've been getting maybe $20 or so, roughly, between $15 to $30 on average every day on this investment here. So by the time this is over, it will be easily over 40% return on that, which is phenomenal. But it also is an indication that this program probably won't last a long time, but now is still a good time to get in on this and make some money, get a great return, and make your money back, okay? So what I've been doing is I've been shoving money into this platform in order to gain as much momentum and make as much return on my investment as possible early on. My strategy is to start to pull funds out as at a certain point so that I can simply play with house money, put my money back in my pocket, and invest in other things that will get as good a return. Okay, and then let the house money continue to roll and pay daily interest on that. So with that in mind, I'd like to introduce you to a talk about a concept, that a strategy that is of importance, and that is when you loan, okay, whether you can start with a $100 lend. When you make those lends, you are going to have the opportunity to pull the money out right away, to reinvest it right away, or to let it accumulate and make other lends. Okay, so when you get paid with this interest, and we come on to the lending tab here, you have this opportunity. If you have DavorCoin in your wallet, I don't have enough to make a lend right now, but I have enough in my lending wallet to make a reinvestment. But what we need to do is we make a lend of DavorCoin in order to make that profit on the daily. And then this right here is a really neat feature that DavorCoin has recently introduced. Okay, these are previous lending packages that I've made, whether they've been straight up lends or just reinvestment off of interest that's been paid. So this is a new feature, which is really cool because what it allows you to do is get your funds back in a short time if you want. All right, so let me just bring this feature up here if I can, and let's discuss this. Okay, this is called the Early Capital Release Feature Update. And dear Davor community, we are very happy to announce that the lending system has just been updated. This major update will allow you to better control your lending money in our platform. From now on, when you make a lending package, you will be able to end it anytime you want after the first 14 days before the official release date. So they're saying right now that you're going to have more ability to be in charge of your funds and do what you need to do. If you want to get your money back sooner than you had originally anticipated, you can. How does it work? Very simple. There's a button Release, which I just showed you, next to each lending package. Click on it to open the Release pop-up window in which you will see all the details regarding your lending package. Enter your password and click on the checkbox I have read and agree to the terms and conditions. Finally, click on the Confirm button and it's done. You'll get your money back. Okay? Now, here's an example. If you invested $1,000 and the interest earned, by the way, what they do is they take the interest that you earned over the first 30 days and they take that back because they've already paid you out. So they're going to take their interest back. And they're also going to take 50% of the interest from the second month, okay, if you've made that. In addition to that, there's also going to be a 2.9% processing fee, all right? So it's like it's like a penalty for early withdrawal is how you want to think about it. But at least you'll be able to get your money back, so it's a good thing. If something comes up, you have an emergency bill, or your spouse or significant other is just going to beat the crap out of you for whatever, you can get your money back, most of it. All right, so that's a good feature to have because you have more ability to do that, and you're not tied down or locked up, so to speak. Okay, let's see. By the way, this update, if you've already made investing lending packages, it will not affect those. Okay, you're still tied into those. It's only going forward from this point. Okay, so it says, of course, it's up to you to take advantage of this new amazing feature. Only you will decide how to invest your money. Please don't hesitate to contact us, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for making Davor a trustworthy lending platform. We're working hard every day to make it better for the long-term benefits of our fast-growing community. Okay, so that's a good thing. This gives you the ability to get your money back. All right, so we can all be happy about this. Next is, let's talk about the strategy of the lending and how it works. Okay, again, these are my lending packages and how much interest has been paid. I've made, let's see, a total of 22. So the idea is that when you make an early investment of maybe $100, it's going to take a few days for you to earn the minimum of $10 on your investment in order to reinvest and compound your interest. Okay, you have to have at least $10 in your lending wallet in order to reinvest and get the compounded interest. So as you can see here, in this case, I start off like $1,000, and this is $17.42 is what the interest that was paid. So I just reinvested that, okay, as a package of $17.42, and so far that was made on January 5th. So far, it's generated $4.68. Pretty good. Another one here, $10 on January 6th has made me $2.44. And you can read the rest right here. And then I had accumulated a bit more, so I had $122 to invest. And you can see there's a bonus here. I'm going to show you how that's done in a minute. So far, that $122 has paid $29.53, and that was made on January 8th. And that is almost not quite 3 weeks ago. Okay, so that's pretty sweet. Now, we also look here on the first two loans that I made was $1,015, and that, because it's over $1,000, it gets you a 0.1% interest kicker. That's already made $370. Pretty nice. By the way, you see this right here? This is the auto reinvest feature. When you do a lend, you have the ability to do an automatic reinvestment. I've discussed this in a previous video, but here's the idea behind this. A little thought, a little strategy for you to consider. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, but here's something to consider. If you are not going to be able to log into this platform on a regular basis, you just don't have the time, and you just don't want to screw with it, you may want to consider checking this, and it will automatically reinvest that for you. I and many other people, on the other hand, are going to be and do log into this platform on a regular basis. So I didn't want to check that from any other lens that I made. I mean, this is my first one, and I checked it out because once you make that, at this point, you're not able to turn off this auto reinvest feature. So you're not able to get access to those funds as they're released. Okay? So that is something important to consider. Another strategy to, by the way, here's the interest payments I've gotten on that so far. Again, it was for $1,015, and you can see I've been getting paid pretty much every single day. That was the first, small amount there. Actually, no, and it's also interest on interest has been compounding, so it takes care of all that for you. So $13.71, that's already been reinvested. $4.48, $17.06, that was reinvested, and that's how much it's made so far. You get the idea. Okay, so every day it's paying interest. It's a beautiful thing, and it's automatically reinvesting. So if you don't want to mess with it, that's something to consider. All right, I'm not going to be doing that, taking advantage of that feature anymore after this point. It's just I'm logging in with regularity, and I want to have more control of my funds. But having said that, it's something to consider. At this point, here's the total amount that I have available, that I have invested in the program. A lot of that, at least $851 of that is interest that has been generated, that I've reinvested. Here are your daily interest rates that have been paid. These are pretty attractive. And this is going to fluctuate on a daily basis. You'll be able to take a look in here. Now, as you can see right now, I have $133.60. So the options I have is I could click on the reinvest button and enter that amount, 133.60, and click on the reinvest button, which I'm not going to do right now, but I could do that, and it would reinvest that amount, and I would be getting paid another lending package right there. Okay. What I'm not going to do is reinvest at this point. Because it's over $100, I'm going to do another lend, and I'll tell you why. Because it makes more sense. It makes more sense, and you get paid more interest that way, and you have more control. When you do a reinvest, you don't get the release feature available to you. I don't think, anyway. Actually, I haven't even checked that, but because this is brand new. But I'm going to do another lend on this, and here's the reason why. You see this optional capital lock boost? If you agree to lock up your capital for 30 days, you get this much of a bonus kicker every day. I'm going to choose the 120 days for it to be locked up because I get 0.1% on a daily basis. That's about 3% a month in addition. Okay, free money, and I'm sure you're still able to get that released early. So what we're going to do here is this. Okay, I have $133.60 in my lending wallet, and the first thing we need to do if we're going to do a new lend is convert that to DavorCoin. Okay, so I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click this to boost it all the way up for the entire amount, and that's how much DAV it's going to buy me at this current rate. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and transfer, and the exchange is complete. Now I've taken what was in my lending wallet and converted it by purchasing DavorCoin. Okay, now this button goes away, so what I'm going to do is click on Start Lending, and I'm going to indicate, how much was it? Let's say 135. I'm just going to enter the amount because there was some change in there. And when I click here, it's going to let me know exactly how much I can do. So you can do that anytime. So 133.6, and that's going to be equal to that amount. You'll see that it's going to be in this area here. Okay, this is the auto reinvestment. I'm not going to check that. It's kind of highlighted because it wants you to check that. I'm going to check this instead and lock this up for the additional time. And I do agree to the terms and conditions. You should read those so you're familiar with them. And I'm going to submit, and the lending was successful. Now I've just created a new lending package for the $133.60. So the strategy, I'll repeat this again, is this. If you have invested like $100 or $1,000 or less, what you're going to get paid, a few dollars up to maybe $20, $30, whatever a day. What you may want to do is just go ahead and reinvest those small amounts for a little while, as you're going to start to stuff more money into here, and it's going to spit out more interest for you on a daily basis. Daily compounded interest. Okay? Then what's going to happen is you're going to start to accumulate higher amounts. And then what you may want to consider doing at that point is waiting a few days. So if you have $20 a day interest that you're getting, you may want to wait 5 days before you are able to get the $100 minimum threshold to make a lend. Okay? So once you're able to do that, you take that amount, you buy your DavorCoin, go from your lending wallet to the DavorCoin, and then you want to lock it up for the additional time if you want to consider that, so you can get the daily interest and get a higher payoff. All right? That is what's going to most likely give you more interest, more money, and take advantage of the features that are here for your benefit to the best of your ability. All right? Then your investments will grow. Another thing you can do is you can refer people to this platform and encourage and help them to do the same thing, because when other people invest, you actually get paid a referral commission, which is a beautiful thing. And you find that by going here and going to account, and then that's what's going to give you your registration link. So you're going to share this link with your friends or whomever, and they will use that to sign up. Okay? I'm going to be sharing that link here. Another shortcut, if you want to get signed up underneath me and I will be able to support you, you can use this link here, or you can just go to automaticdailyincome.com/better. That's automaticdailyincome.com/better, better. All right, that will automatically take you to this. It's just an easier link to use. Okay, so that's my take on things. Of course, once again, I want to repeat the fact, hey, I am not a financial advisor. If you don't want to screw around with your money, if you don't want to invest, stay away from this. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I say. Or do what I say. Do what I'm doing here. It is entirely up to you. This is your money. This is your life. This is your investment. It is your choice. Okay? Your money, your choice. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do or not do. Once again, whatever you invest, be prepared to kiss it goodbye. When you remain emotionally detached from the outcome of a situation, you are that much stronger for it. Okay? If you do want to take advantage, I would highly encourage you, recommend you, request that you sign up underneath me so I can support you and help you out if you like, or you don't have to. It's entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. You would go to davor.io and get signed up there if you want. Whatever you want to do, it is your world. All right? If you do get signed up underneath me, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out to the best of my ability. And yeah, we can be in this together. And that's the idea. That's pretty much all I have to share with you today. I sincerely appreciate you watching this video and taking the time to do so. I would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons to help this channel grow. And that is pretty much it for this video. Be sure to tune in to my next video I'm going to be making, where I'm going to be discussing one of the greatest opportunities to really make a killing with cryptocurrency today. One of the true opportunities that we have that we got to take advantage of and jump on while we still can. And that is the cryptocurrency equivalent of the stock market, what they do when they have a new stock launch, what's called an IPO. In the cryptocurrency community, we have what's called an ICO, which means initial coin offering. This is a chance to buy something that's worthwhile at a wholesale price. Imagine being able to buy Bitcoin for $1 or $2, okay? And then it just goes way up. That's somewhat of the equivalent today. All right, so I'm going to be talking about that in the next video. Please tune in, watch out for that. Again, this is Kryptoni. Thanks again for taking the time to watch, and I will be talking to you soon. Until then, make it a great day. Peace.